I would like to begin by sharing a painting that goes along with my Dharma talk. To what does the one return? I saw it through symbols, which come to me easier than words and speech. So here we are, and I will share words and speech to go with the talk. The Temple's Thursday Dharma study group is focusing on chapter 7 from the scripture book, titled The Principle of the Nature. Today, I would like to share a question from the chapter. The myriad dharmas return to the one. To what does the one return? Inquiry into this question has led me to refine my way of living. Let us first take a moment to look at the circle image. In Won Buddhism, the circle is enshrined as the object of faith and the model of practice. The Won Song, one circle image, the Dharmakaya Buddha, represents the original source of all things in the universe. Passage 17 is about a visitor who came to see the founding master Sotasan. He said, "My mind cannot be rectified, even for a moment, because of the defilements and the idle thoughts that I constantly have in this dusty world. I want to rectify that mind." The founding master replied, "The method for rectifying the mind is first to awaken to the original foundation of the mind, and then to be impartial when using the mind." The founding master then said something that particularly interested me. The myriad dharmas return to the one. To what does the one return? A question like this is called a koan in Buddhism. These paradoxical questions are meant to push us past our logical mind and direct us towards spiritual awakening. I would like to share how this reading has launched me in a new direction on my Dharma path. The man talking to Sotasan in the passage I just shared wanted to know how to rectify his mind. I began to ask myself what defilements I need to amend to rectify my mind. It wasn't hard to recognize an area that I've long wanted to change. When I took a Dharma name, I bowed after each of the first 10 precepts. There was one precept that I still hadn't been able to move beyond. It was precept number 4. Do not consume intoxicants without due cause. It didn't sit well with me that I was stuck on this precept. I knew it was a hindrance to my spiritual progress and causing harm. When under the influence, I am not fully present. My children do not witness me in a clear state of mind. This desire was preventing me from being the mom and the spiritual aspirant I wanted to be. Since contemplating the question, the myriad dharmas return to the one. To what does the one return? I am taking appropriate measures to let go of my attachment by doing a 12-step program. We all face obstructions on the path to remembering who we truly are. Layers of dust collect through the seasons of our lives. Underneath the grime is a multifaceted diamond. I recognize that I still have some polishing to do to reveal the jewel inside of me. Master Sotasan instructed the man to first awaken to the original foundation of the mind, and then act impartially when using the mind. This is similar to the practice of the threefold study from the scriptures. The 3 parts are summarized in the Ilwan Song vow: cultivating our minds and bodies deeply, knowing human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully. The threefold study is to know our true nature, cultivate it, and use our mind in accordance with it by making right choices. Cultivating the spirit, as described in the scriptures, is nourishing that spirit which is clear and round, calm and tranquil. by internally letting go of a tendency toward discrimination and a penchant toward attachment, and externally not being enticed by distracting sensory conditions. In order to cultivate a clear spirit, I decided I needed to eliminate my attachment to drinking. Inquiry into human affairs and universal principles is understanding the original foundation of the mind, as well as the right and wrong, benefit and harm among human beings. From the teachings of the founding master, great and small, being and non-being are the universal principles. So what is it, this one that the question's asking about? The truth of Ilwan song states, Ilwan, one circle, is the original source of all things in the universe, the original nature of all sentient beings. In the threefold study, the original essence of all things in the universe is called great. What is meant by the myriad dharmas return to the one? I interpret it to mean everything in the universe returns to its original source. Small is the term used for myriad phenomena in the threefold study. So I believe this question is referring to great and small as being of the same essence. In other words, we are source. Master Sotasan is pointing the practitioner to awakening and how to use the mind. Choice in action is a key component of the threefold study. It's not only knowing the principle of the nature, but how we put it into practice in our daily lives. The practice of Ilwan is to model ourselves after Ilwan, which is perfect and complete, utterly impartial, and selfless. We are human, so perfection is a tall order. However, we can work towards bettering ourselves in the situations which we know are causing harm. The 12-step program is about having an open mind to a higher power. It is based on each person's understanding of what a higher power means to them. In my case, Ilwan is that power. I have a direct connection with the source because it is what I truly am. If I allow the light of the numinous awareness to shine through me, my life can transform. I am finding that the sobriety program coincides very nicely with my Buddhist practice. Koans, like the myriad dharmas, return to the one. To what does the one return? Point in the direction of awakening to original truth. What this passage awakens in me is that I am one of the myriad dharmas. My original source is the one, which is whole and complete as it is, which means I am whole and complete as I truly am. Once we know our original true nature, then we must command it by acting in accordance with it. I need to make the right choices for myself, like putting an end to my bad habits. I am getting help with changing my behavior by talking with a mentor every day. I have not consumed intoxicants since I started writing this Dharma talk. Breaking this precept is not my true nature. I have faith that I can be the true Dharma practitioner and mother I am meant to be. By studying To What Does the One Return, the diamond inside is revealed. When the dust is cleared, the myriad facets of the original source shine brilliantly as a unified whole, like a jewel in hand. May we remember our wholeness and become one with our original true nature through inquiry, cultivation, and action. Thank you so much for being here and for your support on my Dharma path.